name is Angeles, and this is going to be a better, a better sleep, better performance workshop. And we're just going to record the first part of this workshop, the lecture, and a bit of guided meditation. So hopefully you'll get a little something out of this, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them on the site. So, hi. So, before we start, I wanted to just do a slight meditation to prepare us for the day and try to create an intention. And I'll explain a little bit more about why that's important for sleep. So just find a comfortable position here. You can feel free to stand or sit or move at any point in time during this meditation. And if you can close your eyes, if you would like to, it's an option. So, and just see if you can relax 10 to 15% more here. And if you need to move around, feel free to do that. And then imagine there's 5 steps you're looking down at. Imagine taking that first step on the stair. And imagine the color of that step. What color is that step? And then your next step, imagine the texture of how that step feels. And then the next step, imagine the temperature of how that step feels. And then your next step, imagine how it smells. How the air or liquid, whatever medium you're in, imagine how it smells. And then step onto the grass or whatever medium you're in. And imagine you're in a place of refuge, sanctuary. It could be real or imaginary. Notice how it sounds like. There could be birds or whatever it is, whatever environment you're in, just notice what you're hearing. And as you're walking through this environment, notice the sounds your feet are making underneath in the ground or liquid environment, whatever it is that you're in. And you notice maybe a bench and you sit down there or just stand next to it. And then you notice maybe a friend or best friend there. Could be real or imaginary, an animal or a human being. You make your introductions. And then you share with this friend, what is your intention for this workshop? Or the intention for the rest of the night? Or maybe for the rest of the year? What is your inner intention? And then your friend repeats it to make sure that they or he or she heard it right. And then you thank your friend for listening to you. And you gather your belongings. And you start to walk back or swim back wherever meeting you're in to the stairs that you came down on. And you start to take one step at a time, noticing first the texture of the stairs. Maybe how the stairs sound like on the next step. And then maybe the color of the stairs. And then the next step, just notice how it smells maybe. And then you find yourself on the last step, on the top of the stairs. Allowing yourself to notice the sounds, maybe the temperature of your skin. And then, whenever you're free, you can open your eyes. How did that feel? You don't have to share, you can keep it to yourself. I just always have to ask as a teacher, curious. But so basically that was a meditation to help you get back into your body, get back into the present moment. A lot of us are racing throughout the whole day, thinking about the past, thinking about the future. And once we try to go to sleep, we're like, why can't we go to sleep? Because our minds are racing. And we haven't allowed ourselves to really connect with what was going on with us inside us, or how's our body feeling now, and processing all that before we first process that when we sleep. And so the next thing is I want to talk about is like, why am I teaching this workshop? So the reason why I got into sleep, talking about sleep, is because I had a hard time falling asleep and staying asleep. And it took me 20 years to figure out how to do this. And in that process, I got diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. Then the next 10 years, I figured out how to heal from an autoimmune condition. And through that process, I gathered a lot of information, and I realized that. And what I want to share is that sleep is a regeneration process. It's about rebuilding. It's about processing. Yes, and have some videos. I just roasted some vegetables. So it's about rebuilding what happened during the day, and also if you don't have the material to do that, it's going to be hard to rebuild. So I'm going to talk about nutrition as well. And if you don't get, like, there's a couple reasons why people have bad sleep. Is they can't get to sleep, or they wake up in the middle of the night, or they wake up really early. And all of that is a problem only if you wake up tired or you're dysfunctional throughout the day. It's not a problem if you're functional, like this. Like, if some people can get along with 5 hours of sleep, and some people need more. And just be mindful: are you functional during the day? The day afterwards, if you wake up early, some people aren't. So the next thing is there's a lot of conditions associated with poor sleep, and sleep can make it worse, or sometimes it's associated with not being able to sleep. And some of that is anxiety, depression, sleepless night syndrome, a host of other things. And what I'm going to focus on today is how to prepare the best sleep you can do through managing your stress. Because from the research I've gathered, I realized that if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel like you're in a sanctuary, it's going to be hard to let go and allow yourself to go through all these phases that sleep has to go through. And part of that is relaxing. And if you feel unsafe, that could be mentally, physiologically, spiritually, it's going to be hard to allow yourself to let go and allow yourself to regenerate and go, because if we don't feel safe, the priority is to be alive and survive and not be killed by some animal running against us. Our bodies don't know if we're feeling stressed, whether that's because we have to do a project the next day that's due the next day, or because we're being chased by an animal. It just knows we're stressed. And so when you're stressed, it's going to be hard to just relax and regenerate, because the priority is to stay alive, not to rebuild, regenerate. So we're going to do some practices the rest of the workshop on how to get there. And so does anyone have any questions before I start? Is there anybody on there that has questions? I have no idea.
We have a couple people who have joined. No questions have come up.
Okay. Let's see here. All right.
We sign off?
Well, one thing we could do, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some practices that involve healing touch therapy. We're going to be doing some body scans, and we're going to be doing some gratitude exercises and flossing a day. So before I end with the Facebook Live, like some of the things that I find people have that you can do is managing your stress, which there's a couple things I didn't mention earlier, is what to let go of. A lot of people think like, okay, well, what can I add? And I'm going to talk about what to let go of first, because for some people it's easier to do that. For me, that hasn't really worked. It's more about feeling better, then I can let go of other things. But this coaching method is like, first, what can you let go of? So one of that is eating late at night. Eating late at night can really can overstimulate your body, so it's hard to fall asleep. Another thing is having a high protein meal at night can make it really hard for you to like convert tryptophan into melatonin that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. So having a starchy, carby meal at night is really important. I was on Facebook earlier today with somebody who sounded like that actually was working for her, having a starchy, carby meal for dinner versus in the morning. So it's more recommended in the morning to eat more protein in the morning, especially tryptophan. And are you guys familiar with tryptophan? So tryptophan can be found in dairy, in turkey, and I can give you guys a list after this about what food sources are high in tryptophan. Or you can just look it up too. It's on the internet. Everything's on the internet now. So tryptophan is an amino acid that is eventually converted to serotonin, that's eventually converted to melatonin, and serotonin, and particularly melatonin, are powerful hormones that help regulate your sleep-wake cycle. If you're not getting enough protein, particularly these amino acids that make protein, it's going to be hard to create these hormones that help regulate your sleep-wake cycle. And in conjunction to that, actually, is also getting light. Getting light during the day helps stimulate you to reduce your melatonin during the day, then later produce it at night to fall asleep. And so there's a lot of drugs out there that's like for melatonin, but the sleep-wake cycle is a little bit more complicated than just having melatonin. So it's more preferred to try to figure out how to make your lifestyle and your diet produce it. There's all these other things that we're still just learning about how everything affects sleep. So without being more complicated. Another thing is saturated fat. We don't eat enough saturated fat. Some people do, but a lot of people don't yet because of the whole high carb, low fat trend in the 90s. You need saturated fat to make hormones. Hormones are cells, and cells all have fat that are around the they're around the membrane, the lipid bilayer. And you need fat to create these hormones. And another thing is cholesterol. Some of us undereat cholesterol, and our bodies do produce some of it, but if you're going under a lot of stress, you may need to increase your intake to produce that. And some people can make a lot of it too. So just sense your body. You may see a doctor and see your levels and figure it out, like what's going to work for you, particularly too. Another thing is glycine. Glycine is an amino acid that is found more so in bone broth, in connective tissues like organ meats. That helps calm your system down. It also promotes REM, so which is a phase in your sleep cycle. You have 4 phases in your sleep cycle. The light sleep, where you're just getting to bed and then you're kind of dozing off and coming back up, and then you have deep sleep, stage 3, that you're not dreaming, but you're creating all these different, you're producing all these things to help balance your hormones, your immune system, and rebuilding a lot of things, like, and you're creating a lot of human growth hormone that helps you recover. And then your last phase is REM that I talked about earlier, where you're basically, when you, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, but that the fluttering of the eyes, the ballistic movement of your eyes, that's REM, where you're dreaming. And if you wake up during REM, you may not even recognize where you are. that's when if you wake up in stage 3, you may feel really horrible. So it's important to know these different stages of sleep. I mean, we need all of them. It's best to wake up in phase, the light phase, the light sleep area, where your body's relaxed and it's not like complete, your muscles aren't completely like out of tone. So there's apps out there to figure that out, so you can look online. So the next part is stimulation at night. A lot of us receive a lot of stimulation. It could be noise, and that just stresses out your body if you're already stressed. It also could be lights. A lot of lights emits blue light, which can overstimulate us, or computer screens, or iPhones or smartphones. It emits a lot of blue light, and there's apps out there that you can switch it so it's more just to block out that blue light, and that stimulates your retina, and that stimulates production of decreasing your production of melatonin. So, and you need melatonin to fall asleep. So, what else? So, there is also, for stress reduction, is what I found is meditation. Meditation is a great way to increase your melatonin serum at night. And there's different types of meditation. It doesn't have to be where you're like sitting down Buddha like that. It could be simply just being present, washing the dishes slowly, doing one thing at a time. It could be massage, or it could be just walking, but doing just walking, nothing else. It could be maybe, there's so many different things, there's so many ways. So we're going to practice some today, and we're going to also practice flossing your day, because a lot of us don't process what's happening during the day until we fall asleep. And that's a little too late if something stressful happened to process things. It's preferred to do it before you go to sleep, maybe a couple hours before you go to sleep, to write down what happened at least, or to talk to someone and to share your day with someone about what happened. So when you start to fall asleep, you start to relax, and you start to, your mind starts to go what happened throughout the day. It's not the first time it went through it. which can be stressful if there was something stressful. So we'll go through that. And gratitude. Allowing your mind to focus on things that secure it is really important. A lot of us pay attention to what's not going right in our lives, and that can just add to the stress, add to the pain of what's happening. This can happen for people who have chronic pain. I've had a lot of pain in my life, chronic pain in my life, and when I focus on the pain itself, the pain can get bigger. But if we can focus on the grand scheme of things of our whole life, it can really, really help just make us feel a little more secure. And so we'll go over that process through a body scanning technique. And I think I've talked enough for now. There's a lot of more things I can go over, but if you have questions, you can let me know. And we'll get into the practices now, more practices. And for those of you watching, please email me if you want more practices. I'm writing a book about sleep, and I'll be able to add more practices then, or come to a workshop. Or if you want me to hold a workshop at your location, let me know too. I would totally do that. So, well, that's it for now for Facebook Live, and we'll just focus on the actual practice here at Preserve. Thank you for joining me.